If you're a fan of the Hunter Call of the Wild, then you probably know about recent problems regarding the new reserve, Rancho Del Arroyo. This isn't the first time a reserve has been delayed for consoles. Both previous reserves, Silver Ridge Peaks and Te Araroa, were also delayed on consoles, with the latter being delayed even longer for PS4. And when these reserves finally make it onto console, they arrive with bugs that can make the game unplayable for some people. A patch will often fix one thing and break something else. This has been very noticeable with the Bloodhound DLC and Rancho Del Arroyo on PC, with many PC players feeling like they can't play the game at all until things get fixed. Obviously, delayed releases aren't met with the warmest reception, and the Hunter Call of the Wild's Facebook page is loaded with a variety of comments, some supporting the developers, encouraging them to take their time and release it when ready, others clearly frustrated at the lack of communication from the devs as to any kind of release date, and others replying to comments with a basic "get it on PC then" or "wah wah boo-hoo poor you" attitude. This has made the environment on the Facebook page rather negative. Instead of a community of people who all share a passion for this game coming together, it feels like a community of people attacking the devs and each other. Making things even worse is the complete lack of communication from the devs in regards to when players are going to see any of these fixes or the new reserve. Frustration grows for players when instead the devs post about music in the game or a sale on all the DLC on Xbox, which technically would include the newest reserve if it had been released when planned. I can understand the developers getting tired of constantly being asked and being met with hostility, but staying silent is not helping quell the anger some players are experiencing. Over the last day or two, a member of the subreddit for the Hunter has written and sent a concise, formal letter to the developers at Avalanche Studio Group and Expansive Worlds, expressing concerns with the communication, or should I say lack of, and the negative effects this is having on their followers and potentially their own sales. I'll leave a link to it in the description. The developers have responded to the letter on their Facebook page, the link will also be in the description. For me personally, the only frustrating thing I find about the developers' response is that they keep saying that they want to release reserves simultaneously across all platforms, but problems arise that make it not possible. If that is the case, then why not delay releasing it completely, instead of just releasing it on whatever platform can take it? Even better, do what Bethesda did with Fallout 4, not even reveal it until it was pretty much ready to go. The hype for that game was huge at announcement, and because they announced it so close to release date, the hype was still there when it was released. To me, it would be much better for the developers to not even mention a new reserve until it was greenlit for all platforms. Then make your announcement and spend maybe 2 weeks highlighting things like new weapons and animals that are going to feature on the reserve. I'm not a developer and I know nothing about the realities of releasing gaming content. The only reason I can see them releasing content as soon as possible is to get whatever they can out before the end of their fiscal or financial year. Other than that, it doesn't really make sense to me. Some fans get disgruntled and feel that they are being ignored or treated like secondary customers and decide to boycott the DLC. Other fans end up watching streams and YouTube videos made by those who can access the content and decide not to buy the DLC as they've basically experienced all it has to offer themselves. As someone who makes content for YouTube, delays are a potential blow to my channel. People aren't exactly interested in seeing a quote-unquote new reserve being showcased when it is several months old. I've been doing videos for YouTube for about 5 years now, and my channel is small, very small. I started playing Call of the Wild at the end of 2019, without any plans for putting content from it onto YouTube. When I reached Hope's mission Sick Papa Bear and Tram finds to return a bear man in the Leighton Lake Reserve, I was dismayed to learn that there was a bug where Mr. Black, the bear, wouldn't spawn. Luckily a patch fixed this up a few months later, and so I decided to make a video highlighting his return. I was so inexperienced with the game at the time that I decided to shoot him in the brain from the side, ruining a diamond score. To my surprise, the video did well, at least compared to my other videos, and so I decided to restart the game and make videos on completing each mission, as there were some missions I'd struggled with and couldn't find any videos with useful information on YouTube. These did well, some more than others, but that's to be expected as some missions are far easier than others. However, when the Halloween missions were released in mid-November, my channel had a comparatively huge spike in views. As I've said before, my channel is extremely small, so I know that for some people they get these kinds of views within an hour of releasing a video, but for me it was a big deal, and I put this jump in views down to the fact that the Halloween missions were released on all platforms at the same time. A Heartshot compilation I had released about a month earlier got swept up with all the Halloween views, and it is easily my most viewed video. I was late to the party with Call of the Wild. Silver Ridge Peaks had just been released around the time the Halloween missions had come out, and I was still busy completing missions on older reserves, so I hadn't bothered buying it until it went on sale. With the next reserve I wasn't going to make that mistake. I wanted it on day one with the plan to plow through the missions and get them onto YouTube ASAP, but it was delayed, and for my console of choice, PS4, it was delayed even further. The initial views I got for those videos was nowhere near what I had hoped for. Now I know that those missions were all pretty straightforward. I think I had just finished the Savannah missions when theHunter came out, and so I didn't realise that the newer reserves basically didn't have any actual hunting missions anymore. And some of the videos did well only because people were having troubles with missions soft locking due to a bug that involved interacting with things before Kerry, the reserve runner, had finished speaking. But I felt that the delay in release certainly didn't help. The announcement of a new reserve gave me hope that this would be an opportunity to do what I had planned with theHunter, get those mission videos out on day one, but that's obviously not what happened. By the time I do get to play the new DLC, it won't be new anymore. So now I'm at a crossroad with my channel. I started this channel with Let's Plays in mind, specifically horror games, but also classics like the Tomb Raider series and other PS1 games. Basically I'd play whatever took my fancy, but with the Halloween videos things changed. Not only did my views spike, but subscribers did too. As I keep saying, my channel is very small and subscribers are vital to a channel's growth and success. Unfortunately, YouTube has a bit of a the rich get richer scenario going on. The videos with the highest views get preference over other videos, thus gaining even more views. Which is fair. If you're looking for a particular video, chances are the most popular one is the one you had in mind. But it makes it very hard for channels like mine to get any attention. After all, you're not likely to scroll past dozens of adequate recommendations and settle on a virtually unseen video. But back to the crossroad. Releasing anything non-Call of the Wild seems to harm the channel more than add to it. Chances are you're watching this because of Call of the Wild, which leads to several titles such as Resident Evil 3, 7 and 8, the 2016 God of War and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, as well as others being left up in the air as to whether I do Let's Plays on them. They are all a part of franchises that have appeared on my channel several times, so not including them feels like leaving things unfinished. Basically I have three options. Option 1 is to release the occasional Let's Play as I feel like it, while trying to keep the channel alive with hunting related videos. Option 2 is to focus entirely on hunting related videos, including content from other hunting games such as Hunting Simulator and Hunting Simulator 2, and the Hunter Classic if I can get that working on my PC. These games may fall under content released under Option 1. Option 3 is to basically quit completely, maybe only releasing videos when the Call of the Wild has new missions available. As much as I love creating content for YouTube, seeing the channel progress at a glacial pace is disheartening. My goal for this year is to reach 500 subscribers, which feels pretty low for a channel that's nearly 6 years old. The ultimate goal is 1,000 subscribers, as that can lead to videos being monetized. For now I have several Call of the Wild videos planned that I will continue with, but as for after that, I'm honestly not sure what I'll do. To those who have watched my videos and subscribed, I can't thank you enough. This video will probably sit at around a dozen views with virtually no one watching it to this point, but I sincerely appreciate your time. I've loved the interactions I've had through the comments section, and have been very happy to offer advice and to help people on various Call of the Wild missions. The comments have been mostly positive, and it does make my day reading them. It's easy to forget that the person on the other side of the screen is in fact a real life person dealing with their own issues in life. With events from the past year and a half, it's even more important that we remember that. Please feel free to leave a comment weighing in on these options, and until next time, thanks for watching and take it easy.